Today, I'm in the wood yard. We're adding security measures to the facility. Here we go. So today I am protecting my major investment of my galvanized trailer that I bought. And because it was not cheap, it was a $13,000 trailer. I don't want someone to drive off with it. I know of a guy that had a trailer stolen from him when he was at a show. And he went out to eat with a bunch of buddies, and they were on their way back and they saw a trailer just like his go by on the highway, and he even commented to the guys, hey, that trailer's just like the one I have. They got back to where the show was, where he had his trailer parked with all of his stuff in it. That was his trailer. It was gone. He never got it back. So I'm going to do some protection on my trailer here. So it is a Trimax wheel lock, and I'm going to put it on the wheel, and I also have a lock that goes on my hitch up front. So putting a couple different locks on, so if nothing else, I'll slow people down a little bit, make it harder for them to steal anything from me. So this is supposedly a universal deluxe super duper wheel lock, and you can put it right on the wheel. It goes just like this. So I'm going to put it on, and the reason I'm putting it on now is because I'm going to be gone for a while, and I want to make sure that the trailer's here when I get back. The best way to stop these is to basically make it so that they can't get anything. I know it's not easy to do, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put the wheel lock on, and I'll show you the other lock that I have on my tongue out front. Now, the packaging this comes in is this clamshell stuff, which took me about a week to get open here. I had to cut it open with the scissors. I'm good at cutting stuff, but you almost need a chainsaw to get in these things. I absolutely hate the packaging they have on stuff. Now, I know it's great for their display and how it hangs and everything in the store, but I'd rather have a cardboard box that I can rip open, pull out the thing, and then use it. I hate these things. There, that rants over. So the next thing I know everybody's going to ask is, how much was it? I think it was like 79 bucks plus tax, and I bought it at a Northern Tool and Equipment Company. They're the ones that had it. It's not far from here at all. So it comes with 2 keys. So I'll put a key right on my key that goes to my box for my hydraulics. I'll keep it right with that. And then I'll put another one somewhere on my truck that I keep some other keys on. But I want to carry with me all the time. I'll just have it available. And it's kind of nice that the fact that it's got a little collar that goes over the top, so you can cover the keyhole up to keep the water out so it doesn't corrode too much. I'm also going to shoot some lubricant in there right away, because this will just be sitting outside. And the nice thing I like about it is that it's very visible. And I'm not trying to sell these by anyway, just someone appealed to me. It's very visible, so when you pull up, you see it right away. I tried it out and it does fit pretty nice. So I think just the fact that it's there, not the fact that it's going to stop people from taking anything, it makes it look like you're pretty serious about it. So by having this lock and the lock that's on my tongue, I think it's kind of a pretty good deterrent. So it should help. Can't hurt, that's for sure. It's cheap insurance when you think about it. It's going to be a pain that I have to take it on, put it off, take it on, put it off all the time, but I will do it because I want the trailer to stay here. And one of the main reasons is that I'm getting this is that a lot of you think I live here, and I don't. I live about 7 miles away. This is my office for my photography business here. So I'm not here in the evenings. There are some days when I don't come here at all because I'm out in the woods cutting or I'm somewhere else. So I'm not here, and this isn't an area that is highly populated, so it's kind of an industrial park. So there's not a lot of people out here, but I want to keep it that way, hopefully, that no one visits while I'm gone. So I have to secure my stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to slap it on right now. So now before I do anything else, I'm just going to open this up, show you how the lock works. So you take this off. The lock just pops right out. But I'm going to lubricate this whole hole. I got some liquid wrench lubricating oil here, so I'm just going to shoot some in there so it keeps lubricated. And then pull the whole thing apart. And I'm going to lubricate it again so I can get down in there. So basically just want to put a bunch of oil inside of it here just so I keep it working well. Oops, lost my spring. Don't want to lose that. There we go. And my little plunger button is shot out because that's what keeps the lock from popping out. And I'm going to slide this back on. There we go. So now I can still pull it apart. We're going to go slap it on. That's how it works. You just pop it apart and it slaps on the wheel. Okay, so here's how it's supposed to work. You take your 2 sides and you put one side to the back, one side to the outside. one in, one out. And I'm gonna try to put this so it goes right in the wheel hole there, in the rim hole. There we go. And that should do it. Let's just see if I can get this to lock. There you go. No. There, it's locked. And then I'm gonna put the cover on. I already squirted some lubrication in there, so that's it. It's on. There you go. That's pretty simple. Now I'll show you the other lock that I got in the front. So here's the lock I got in front. I've had this for a very long time. This just goes up inside of where the ball receiver part is, up inside of there, and then you can close it and it locks it. This is not nearly as secure as the wheel lock. I think this could be pounded off if you really wanted to, but I'm pretty sure it slows people down enough that they're gonna think twice. So there it is. And this pink on here, as you can see, that is patented by me. That is a little device I have on there, and the reason I do that is because when I'm backing up, this is really easy to see in my camera on the truck, so I know exactly where I'm laying up. And I try to never leave it to the side like this. I try to have it straight on, so that way when I'm coming into it, I can see that and I know exactly where I got to go. So there it is. It just makes it easier for backing up, because I usually have the trailer high enough that I can back right underneath it with the ball, take this off, and then drop it down. And I also have panked this on my ball mount too on my hitch, because I have a 2-inch and then a 2 and 5/16. So I have this on the 2 and 5/16 side, so I know that's this size ball. So I'm gonna put the right size ball up for the actual receiver. So there's that. Now I got something else to show you. So here is my hitch receiver, and I put pink right on top here. I can see this in the camera, so it's really easy to see. So I'm lining up the two pinks. I know pink goes with pink, and I have the 2 and 5/16 ball on top. Now somebody asked me the other day, is my receiver rated for 10,000 pounds? And there it is, 10,000 pound max with 1,000 pound of tongue, and it says right on here too, 10,000 pounds. So it is rated for my trailer that I have now. So there you go. I got another truckload coming. Here it comes. It's another good one. So I'm gonna walk down here. I got tree service wood coming, so it's pretty awesome. This will be my fifth load. So pretty sweet, free wood. So they were telling me, the guys that were here before, that they have 120 trees they're cutting down for the town of Grand Chute, which is where my business is here. So they just keep coming, and I told them to just keep filling it in. So it's going to be quite a pile of wood by the time they're done. So he's on his way in right now, and here's some of the other piles that got dumped. There it is, another beautiful load. I think you're close enough. The other guys just dumped these here.
Oh, the other crew?
Yeah, they came and they dumped this one here.
Yeah, they got the little one. They got a couple asses. We got.
You got bigger ones? Yeah. So how many more are you gonna have today? Just this?
I should have one more of those.
One more?
Yep.
Yeah, just dump it probably right about where your truck's sitting then, I guess. So right while I was filming the new lock, tire lock, wheel lock I was putting on, the tree service guys showed up. They've been here 4 times now today. When I got here this morning, they had already dumped a load, and the guy just came and dumped some more, so you're gonna get to see all the dumpage right after this, but I just thought I'd show you here. They're bringing trees, they're cutting for the town of Grand Chute, and so far they have only cut a few trees, and they've got well over 100 to cut. So this load got dumped a few days ago, and this was this morning, and then that one got dumped a little while ago, and there was a small load, and then they just dumped this load right here now. So lots of firewood, and it's all ash. You can see these are trees that they tried to do treatments on, and it didn't work. They died, which is pretty much normal. And so now I'm gonna be able to put another load here. He said he'd bring one more load yet today that will go right here, and then that's gonna be about it for what'll fit here. And then they're gonna dump some up front. And this is why I don't want them driving on the grass, because that's what it would look like. And that's just a little bit they want off the road here. So I got to get more gravel in here real soon. So there you go, a whole bunch of free wood. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split some of the wood that's back over here that I didn't get to yesterday. They kind of got me buried in here now, which is just fine, because that way I got to cut my way out. It gives me motivation to get it done. They dumped it right on top of my logs here. So I'm going to split this wood right here, throw it right over there. That's what I didn't get done yesterday. So that's what's going to happen next. And then I guess I got to get the chainsaw and start cutting this stuff up. So lots of work to do, as you can see. This wood coming in, the 3 loads that John brought me, that are, over there's a load, and there's 2 loads over there, and I got a couple more loads ordered. So the wood is coming in. Time to get to work. So I just started up my splitter and warmed it up because I want to change the oil before I do any splitting today. I haven't changed it in a couple truckloads now, and I usually try to change it about every other truckload, so it needs to be changed. It's not terrible, I just looked at the oil, but I'd rather spend a few dollars on oil than hundreds of dollars on an engine. So I'm going to replace the oil right now. I'm going to drain it out and put some new stuff in. So we're just going to take the old nut off here. This is highly technical stuff. Take the nut off, drain the oil, put new oil in. It's pretty hard, but it needs to be done. Make sure you get the nut and the washer here. There's a washer on there yet I gotta get. Come on. Come on, come on off. I had to clean it up then. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty chocolatey. Very chocolatey. So we'll let that drain out, and then I will fill it up with some new stuff. I suppose I could open this up, that'll help. That's speeding it up. It only takes a quart, so pretty easy. Empty it, fill it. It's very chocolatey. I'm glad I'm changing it out. And I look down at the bottom, I can see debris there too. Of course, that might have been in the bucket, I don't know. Or it could be coming from the side. Yeah, we're just gonna let this drip out now for the next 5 minutes or so. While it's draining, I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna go drain myself. There, it's been down to just a drip once in a while, so we're gonna put her back on and tighten it back up, and then we're going to dump in some new fresh oil so that she's happy. There we go, that's nice and tight. Okay, so I got my handy dandy bendy funnel. Shove that in the hole, and then we're going to dump some oil in. Ooh, look at that beautiful golden, it's almost like honey. Only bad thing about this file is it's got a filter and it's real slow. But that's okay, it's only a quart. And I put in Mobile 1, 5W30, 10W30, whatever. It all works, it's oil. Not that picky. This was on sale, so this is what I got. But yeah, it's good oil, nothing wrong with it at all. And in the wintertime, I do put 0 weight in because when it's real cold, it's much easier to start. Because I think that these little small engines start pretty hard when it's super cold. At least this one does. Once it gets down to like 10 to 20 below 0, it starts pretty hard. Once you're above 0, if it's 5, 10 degrees, it'll start. But It's not like it protests a whole lot. It starts. And I do a lot of splitting in cold weather. Here we go. It's about half in so far. That's how slow this thing is with the screen that it's got. I just keep dumping until it's full. One more little dab should do it, because it usually doesn't take the full quart. It's usually just a little bit less. That's all of it. Usually about right now it starts coming out, which the full level means that it's just not coming out. You can see it starting to come up at the throat now, which means it is full. I don't want to put too much in, so it looks like it's about it. One little last dab here and just see what it takes. It takes it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the waste oil and I'm going to put that into this fresh container that I got here, because my older container, I'll show you right over here to the side, is this one right here. It's all nasty, so I'm going to start with a new container for my lubricating oil that I put on my rail for the splitter. That looks like that's about all she wrote, so we'll set this off to the side and let it drip a little bit. And then I'm going to put my dipstick back in. There, oil is changed. So now we're going to take the waste oil and we're going to put it into here, and we're going to use this to lubricate my rail onto my splitter. So I'll show you that. So now I'll see if I can get it in that little hole. I'm just going to kink this bucket down a little bit, because I don't really want to use my funnel, because the funnel is what I use for my good oil going in. I don't want to use it for the bad oil going out. So it's going in, it's filling up, we're getting close to being full. Look at that. It's full. And now I've got a new container of oil to use for my rail. So what I'm going to do is put this cover that it came with back on, and I'm going to poke a hole in this. So I got to get my punch. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Ooh. So yeah, I'm going to poke a hole in this, and it'll be my new squirt bottle, because this old one is nasty. But I'm going to use the rest of this. There's a little bit left in there yet, so now I'll have 2 little squirt bottles. So and we can finally start doing some splitting. There, so all I'm going to do is punch a hole in this. A little bigger maybe. There you go. Now I got a new squirt bottle. Ooh, it's full too, so better not squeeze it. So yeah, that's what I'll use to squirt oil onto the rail with. So there you go. Now we can finally start splitting some wood. So you just saw I got another load. I was splitting and the guy came and he dropped me off another load. So I'll show you the one over here that he just dumped. Got to weave my way through the piles here because it's getting pretty big. This is the load that he just dumped. Looks like there's a maple in here. And because it's definitely a maple from one tree it looks like. And then this load, that was a load. That was a load, and actually there was a small load back there, and then the load up here. So that's 4.5 loads today, and then one the other day. So that's 5.5 loads of wood, and it's 99% ash, and it looks like some really good stuff. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty good. I told him I didn't want any junk. I don't want any willow. I don't want any pine. I don't want any cottonwood. I said I can get all that I want. And they said, no, we know what junk is. We won't send you junk. And I also said I don't want any big, huge crotches from the bottom or something that I can't even lift. I said once it gets to be this size, like 24 inches, that's as big as I want, which that's about what this is, and a little bit bigger like this. So as you can see here, it's a nice bunch of wood, and just looking at it, I'm going to guess that this is probably 3/4 of a truckload if I was to buy a log truck. So, and I pay around $1,500 for a truckload. Yeah, this is easily 3/4 of a truckload, and that means this is $1,200 worth of wood if I was to buy it, and it's just here. So, and the good thing is that I can cut it, split it, and sell it probably in 2-3 months because it's ash. So I got to get going on this to make room in here because I got more wood coming. And the good news is there's going to be a lot more. He said there's well over 100 more trees to cut that they've got. They're cutting all the trees in the township here, and they're ash trees that are on the boulevards they planted obviously years ago, and they're all dying. And they got the contract. He said there was a total when they started there was 130 or something like that trees, and they've only cut a couple dozen. And I didn't get all the wood. I got probably half of it. He said the other half, well, some of it went to a farmer that gets wood dropped and has for years, and some other wood goes to another wood guy that I don't even know who it is, but I'm the closest to where all this stuff came from, so they're dumping it here, and I got room for more up front. So now I'm going to get back to splitting. So that's all I got left is this little bit right here that you're looking at. I moved it over because it was all right here. I just moved it over, so that's all I got left. So time to finish the splittage. Look at what I have created. I have a mountain of wood once again. This is all wood that I got for free. Well, I had to go get it, so it wasn't free, I guess. I had to spend some time and money and gas on it. And but it's a pretty big pile I got going here. That is, if I remember right, I think that's 4 trailer loads full. So that means that is 3, 4, it's about 5 full cords, I think. So 15, 16 face cords, something like that. It's a bunch, maybe more, I don't know. You don't know until you stack it ever. But it is split. And I'm just gazing, admiring all of my ash I got for free here. I know you're all jealous. I know you all want some, and you can come get some. Gotta help me split, and I'll give you a piece. You gotta split for a day, though. Just kidding. That's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be back in the wood yard doing something. You're gonna come back too. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. Good night. I read.